Hey guys, and welcome to part 2 of Mystic Wolf season 2 telling or whatever explanation. Yeah. Okay, so if I didn't say Luma Luma ended up they got her on video for that because she murdered the hunter and the other hunter. And because she did, the village actually took her and hanged her. I think I might have said this in the last video, but I can't actually remember. But yeah, they had her hanged, and the little girl, and they forced her daughter to sit there and watch her die slowly. And then they found the pack and found out that the little girl was a werewolf. And the village was not happy about this, so they tried to kill the little girl. She was 10, so she was smart. So she went and she got the pack. But she couldn't completely get by. So Layla and Millie and the brother and the mom's and Gray's brother and the mom's friend, I think I'm gonna have to go look back at names later. But they actually went and the little girl was not going to make it out with the other pack members, so they fought off the villagers and stuff. And also the little girl had a best friend. I'm not going to tell you the name of her best friend because it kind of ties into this, but he got captured by the village, and the village actually later on we read in a news article that the villagers got captive, and the little boy in the future ends up like in the city or something. He was also 10 or something, but yeah, but they actually sent him to like a city or something. He ends up getting adopted. Oops, I actually wasn't supposed to tell you that because that's going to ruin a few things for this series. But the 10-year-old girl, they escaped and she found and she met these nice people, and she bought a house off of them, and she built a den herself for the pack. The girl who she bought the house from was also a werewolf, secretively. So she was fine, and she knew about this and put them close enough to the village to where they could get food and stuff, but to where the village would never find them and never be able to get to them or hurt them, but might one day. I don't know yet. I haven't decided that yet, but probably not. But she did not find a village until later on, which you guys know about because actually the 10-year-old girl is the character that I am, which I think I've already said. I can't remember her name right now. I'm pretty sure it's Galaxy though. And this is the house, and the house for this series is the house that girl sold to her. But her dream is the same as her mother's used to be until she met Gray. And that is to live in a city, but she has to protect the pack. She could actually live in a city, cause they're not as. She could live in a city and hide her ears and stuff. Actually, one of her uncles does that and done that for years. But he died of old age. He was about like 20 years older than his brother, than his then his sister, which was Luma. Luma, he was like a big brother. He was much older, but yeah, he just died from old age. No, he's about like 30 years old or something. I can't remember. But he just died from old age. So yeah, he knew about Galaxy though, but he lived in the city, and he actually taught Galaxy how to hide her ears, tails, and she used to go to the city with him. Her dream is to find the city again. Obviously, and live there. I'm not gonna say if she does or not, because that's pretty much the end of season 2 of Mystic Wolf. Actually, I think that was also season 3 all the way. So this is literally probably like let me think. This is only 5 years later. This is literally only 5 years later from that. And yeah, that's why those other characters are gone, is because they got captured. Gray's brother, the best friend, Layla, and Millie all got killed. Well, they all got killed except, well, almost all of them got killed anyways. Gray's brother actually escapes. Oh, and I forgot to say this, but Gray and the mom's best friend ends up actually having a kid, and their kid was the other 10-year-old because he was born just a few months later, but like not like a whole year later. He actually ended up falling in love with her. He still hit on Luma, just not as much. He also hit it on his girlfriend, who he accidentally got pregnant, obviously, and then they had a kid, and also Luma and Gray had a kid, and their son was the 10-year-old boy who was Galaxy's best friend. And yeah. Galaxy and her best friend had a bunch of adventures that was going to be like a little side series thing, and some of them was going to be Mystic Wolf episodes. But I'm not going to do that either, because I can't quite yet. But yeah, that was pretty much what was going to happen in the series. That's pretty much it without me telling you what's going to happen in this series. Then it's like, this is like 5 years later, only 5 years later. You know, you guys have seen most of the episode. Seen episode 1. I forgot when I post this is only going to be episode 1. But in the future episodes that I've already made, that I should probably post, the same thing doesn't happen. It's going to be very good and something to really look forward to, because it's pretty much going to be just like literally like I was planning to sort of stop. Not really stop Mystic Wolf, but then say 5 years later, and then this was going to be like season 4, I think, of Mystic Wolf, or either season 5, and this was just going to be like 5 years later from when she was 10, but then I decided to make this a whole different series since Mystic Wolf wasn't coming back anytime soon, and now I have decided that's not going to come back at all. It's going to be this. I might eventually decide for this to be Mystic Wolf. So before I made this episode, I said it might come out with season 3, but I decided I was just going to tell you the whole story up to here, because that's what it was going to be anyways. This was supposed to be season 5, and just say, you know, it's not coming back this, well, but kind of it is, because this is it actually. It's just coming back after, from what I've told you. And I've been thinking about changing the name from Mystic Wolf Unleashed to change it back to Mystic Wolf, and turn it into a whole new series, but I think I might keep the name Mystic Wolf Unleashed. I might just end up making this just Mystic Wolf. Well, so if it ever says like episode so and so Mystic Wolf, and if it's been up to the episodes on Mystic Wolf Unleashed, and it has her in it, it means I changed back the name. But I haven't decided on that yet. Please leave a comment below if you guys want me to change back the name or not to. But anyway, so yeah, so that's what happened to Mystic Wolf. I'm so sorry, it is not coming back. Well, like I said, technically it is, because from what I've told you, this is Mystic Wolf now, and I know, and I'm going to try to upgrade the wolves and stuff too. This really, the only thing is, this is how the wolves look in this texture pack, but I think I'm going to get like a mod that will change them back. But yeah, so that's it for Mystic Wolf, and this is the new Mystic Wolf. So hope you guys enjoy this series, and I'll miss the old series, and I'm sure you guys will too. But this is the series now. I'd like to continue, and I'm going to continue this series for as long as I am, until I end the story, and I am planning it to end it at a good place. And then I think after I end this series, I think I'm going to do another series that will be like this Mystic Wolf,